Not gonna be that special for me, but exactly. Maybe we should just start messaging Nike.
Once again, after Aryna Sabalenka said that she would not be getting any star treatment at the Slams next year. I'll discuss whether Aryna is truly being snubbed by the swoosh brand.
Aryna Sabalenka, one of Nike's best athletes, and the company are at odds. The tennis player recently made news when she publicly denounced the company and said Nike wouldn't provide her preferential treatment in the future year. This isn't your typical off-court tirade. It's personal this time, and Nike's choice to appoint Coco Gauff as their new brand ambassador, which obviously didn't sit well with Sabalenka, is the source of her annoyance. However, it appears that Nike is now prepared to retaliate, possibly taking action to terminate her contract following her public outburst. Is one of the most talked about sports sponsorships coming to an end? Or is this simply the start of a fierce conflict between Nike and Sabalenka? Let's explore the narrative in more detail.
Madison Keys, and then of course that infamous Roland Garros press conference situation where she downplayed Coco Gauff's success, and she faced a lot of criticism for that.
Since Sabalenka's high-profile loss to Madison Keys at the US Open and her inflammatory comments regarding Coco Gauff following Gauff's triumph at Roland Garros, tensions between Nike and Sabalenka have been growing. These incidents have led to a widening gap between Sabalenka and Nike in both her personal and business lives. According to reports, the company is no longer endorsing her behavior. Furthermore, it seems like Nike is deliberately removing itself from Sabalenka in order to preserve its reputation and status in the sports industry, as these occurrences keep coming to light. As Nike's losses mounted, the WTA finals turned out to be the tipping point, confirming their choice. Sabalenka was seen on tape complaining and even making racially offensive remarks about Elena Rybachina following her loss in the championship match. Sabalenka's behavior towards her rivals throughout the competition greatly alarmed Nike, who was already unhappy with her recent performance. Their relationship appears to have progressed past the point of reconciliation as a result of this behavior. Let's now examine the video in which she made those contentious remarks in more detail.
The camera caught Aryna saying something in frustration, which one fan through lip reading interpreted as, "Once a year, even a stick shoots." So this apparently is a Russian idiom, which essentially means the same thing as, even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
Through lip reading, one fan deduced that Aryna's frustrated statement meant that even a stick shoots once a year. This seems to be a Russian phrase that basically means, even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
It's not gonna be that special for me, but exactly. Maybe we should just start messaging Nike.
When Rybachina declined to take a picture with Sabalenka and the WTA CEO, the situation reached a breaking point. A daring demonstration against the escalating problems behind the scenes. This action merely served to draw attention to Sabalenka's actions, exposing a concerning trend. Serious concerns have been raised in the tennis community by her history of making racially offensive remarks and attempting to undermine the confidence of other players. These behaviors go against the fundamental values of fair play and sportsmanship. Nike has obviously taken note, and it now seems that Sabalenka might lose her sponsorship as a result of her behavior. Following all of this, Sabalenka publicly denounced Nike, saying they wouldn't treat her like a superstar and even suggesting that she deserved it. This follows her public humiliation of the brand, and continued to demand preferential treatment in spite of her problematic behavior. But Nike has had enough. Their relationship has previously been strained by her actions, which range from making racist comments to disparaging opponents. It appears that Nike is no longer prepared to ignore her behavior in light of her public outburst. According to reports, the company is taking a strong stand and will probably cut off relations with Sabalenka in order to preserve its reputation.
Coco, you've got something written on your shoes.
Yeah, the quote is, "You can change the world with your racket."
You know, obviously it plays a role, and that's why me and you get to sit here and have this conversation right now.
If you're wondering what motivates Sabalenka, Coco Gauff is probably the answer. Gauff's impending agreement with Nike has now been confirmed. Even if the purchase hasn't been finalized yet, there's a good possibility it will go through, particularly given Gauff's increasing attraction to big companies. Nike, one of the most well-known brands in the business, is obviously eager to sign the up-and-coming star, which may account for the conflict between them and Sabalenka because she feels ignored. Coco Gauff's increasing commercial success is driving Sabalenka crazy as she deals with the loss of her Nike contract. Gauff just became the third female tennis player to be sponsored by the renowned watch company after securing a record multi-million-dollar deal with Rolex. The tennis community has been rocked by this historic agreement because of its importance and rarity. Even more startling is the fact that Sabalenka, a player who was previously thought to be a candidate for such deals, is conspicuously absent from the exclusive list of just 3 women in golf. Nike's possible withdrawal of support puts Sabalenka's entire endorsement portfolio in jeopardy.
1v1?
Turn it up.
You know we came to drop bombs!
However, Coco Gauff is only getting started. Her brand is elevated even further by her collaboration with Bose. She is now one of Bose's top-paid endorsers after being formally designated as their athletic ambassador. She makes an incredible $5 million a year because to this arrangement. In addition to the monetary benefits, Coco received a 0.25% stake in the firm as a token of appreciation for her influence on the court and in the business sector. Her status as a powerful influence in both athletics and the business sector is cemented by this addition to her expanding list of sponsorships.
Coco Gauff is taking her career in a new direction, leaving Roger Federer's Team 8 and joining up with entertainment moguls WME. And she has launched Coco Gauff Enterprise.
Coco Gauff has made the audacious decision to split from Roger Federer's Team 8 as her fame in the tennis world continues to grow. She has replaced it with Coco Gauff Enterprises, a brand new business that will oversee her career and offer guidance and assistance to budding tennis players. Young talent will have access to elite opportunities and guidance thanks to this project. It's a calculated move that demonstrates her increasing prominence in the game, her will to carve out her own route, and her commitment to developing the next generation of tennis champions. While Sabalenka's career falters, Gauff's ascent continues unabated. The growing battle between Sabalenka and Nike sheds light on a bigger story about power, branding, and the shifting nature of athlete endorsements in the tennis industry. Sabalenka's recent actions and public altercation with Nike have put her in a risky situation, endangering both her sponsorships and her position in the tennis industry's commercial spotlight. Sabalenka's future in endorsement deals appears questionable as she deals with the fallout from her behavior on and off the court, and Nike appears ready to cut ties. In comparison, Coco Gauff's ascent to fame offers a striking contrast. Gauff, who is only 21 years old, has landed significant sponsorships with some of the greatest companies in the world, such as Bose, New Balance, and Rolex. These agreements show her capacity to go beyond tennis and develop a strong personal brand, as does her new business, Coco Gauff Enterprises. Her success is a result of not just her skill on the court, but also her business sense and dedication to coaching the upcoming generation of athletes. Coco has demonstrated that she is more than just a young tennis player. She is rising to prominence in the business sector and leaving a legacy that combines athletic success with calculated career decisions. Regarding Sabalenka, she is at conflict with the very companies that have the potential to advance her career because of her ongoing issues with Nike and her contentious comments. The tennis community continues to watch as Gauff soars to new heights, demonstrating that skill, morality, and commercial acumen can coexist to create a lasting legacy, even though Sabalenka may have offended some of her sponsors. Now, the question is whether Sabalenka can bounce back from her mistakes, or whether Gauff will continue to rule both the court and the economic world. What are your thoughts on the growing hostility between Nike and Sabalenka? Do you think Sabalenka can overcome this circumstance, or do you think her contentious activities are sufficient to endanger her career? However, what are your thoughts on Coco Gauff's ascent to prominence as a business entrepreneur in addition to a tennis star? Is she establishing a new benchmark for athletes in terms of mentoring and brand development? Will Sabalenka be able to regain her position at the top, Or will her decline from grace create more opportunities for up-and-coming talent like Gauff? Please share your opinions in the comments section.